Good morning and welcome to the Sano International Cricket Ground. Another beautiful day here at Sano. Just players making their way out to the middle. We have today's fixture is the South Kanto Super Kings taking on West Kanto Hurricanes. West Kanto winning the toss, electing to bat first. Umpires make their way out to the middle. Important fixture this one, especially for South Kanto. The win will give them the opportunity to make it into the final played this afternoon at 2 p.m. The loss will probably will see South Kanto out. Unfortunately for West Kanto Hurricanes, well, they're just playing for a bit of pride here. They will not make the final, and they will not make the third, fourth playoff either. Having thus far played 3 games without a victory, so they sit at the bottom of the table. They have an opportunity to have an effect on who makes it into the final. On ground 2, it's East Kanto against Kansai Chargers. Whatever happens, East Kanto will be in the final this afternoon. In fact, so 3 teams still actually are vying for the 2 spots. So Kansai Chargers win on ground 2 and South Kanto win here on ground 1, then East Kanto will miss out, They sit at the moment on top of the table on 5 points. Kansai Chargers on 4 points, South Kanto Super Kings on 4 points. So 2 of the 3 teams will be in the final. Back here though, live on ground 1. We welcome you wherever you're watching the final round of the JPL. Looks like Charlie Hines is opening the bowling for South Kanto. First ball of the innings, second ball of the innings coming up. Hines has bowled well for his team over the last couple of days. This has just turned onto the onside, and a good square will clean that up for a single. Two batsmen for West Kanto, Rahil Kano and Keshia Yukai. Rahil Kano, a very experienced player in Japan, former member of the Japan national squad. Plenty of experience out there in the middle for West Kanto. They'll be wanting to set a score of around 140, 150. This one just squeezes them up. Big appeal, but not given by the umpire. A lot of excitement for Hines. As I say, the youngsters bowled well over the past couple of days. Certainly an up-and-coming star for the Japan team. And an appeal and not given. Well, looks to me first slip. Thought that was just a clean catch to the keeper. Looks like Ravi Chandran the first slip. Umpire unmoved. Probably didn't help with the Hines not appealing himself until a bit later in the piece. That one's been ruled wide. So bit of action here in the first. This time it's just turned onto the inside. Ayukai coming back for a second run. It's good running early on from West Kanto. I need to continue that throughout the innings. Final ball of the over. This time bowled and gone. Ayukai moving out to the offside to give himself room. Trying to Charlie Hines behind square, but ends up just exposing all three wickets and clean bowl. Start here for South Kanto. Go to the middle and off. And in the first over, Charlie Hines strikes. 1 wicket down, 4 runs on the board. Ayukai has to return to 10. Very happy to have my co-commentator Todd alongside me again this morning. Morning, Todd.
Morning, Dave. Beautiful morning here in Sano, the SICG.
Yeah, we've been treated to 3 days of sun and pretty high temperatures, haven't we? Expected to get up to around 27 again today. So we've got 3 teams vying for 2 spots in the final for this afternoon. There is a third, fourth playoff, of course. Mentioned earlier, this Kanto, they're playing for pride here. Finished the tournament off with 4 losses, so they're keen to get a decent score on the board. 41-50. Again on strike. It's in his third ball. Go through to the keeper.
Ready to swing there.
Singh. Mountain out for South Kanto. Turned out to the onside, but he's a single taken. Yeah, we will keep you updated on ground 2. As I say, 3 teams all in action in this morning's round. 3 teams vying for the 2 final spots. This Kanto currently at the top of the table, but could miss out if they lose on ground 2. So Kanto get up here on ground 1. It's pleasing to see the good weather. The last couple of editions have been rain affected, so this afternoon the champions will deserve their title. Gucci. So for West Kanto. This looks like just at the bottom of the bat, squeeze between keeper and first slip, and it won't carry to the boundary. Hines will make sure of that, but we'll scamper through and ball by. Bottom of the bat. Gucci drives this out to mid-on, calls early and will complete an easy single. Shu plays his cricket for the local club, Sano. Soon to continue his over. This time he's been rest out into the covers for no run. That'll bring the end of the over. Pretty good one for South Kanto. Runs after 2 overs.
Bit of a slow start here. It's early from the field. See if they can get out to a nice throw. Great too, just throws out. big wicket early.
Yeah, look, they're still celebrating, aren't they? You know how important that wicket is. Especially not too many runs on the board from Josh. Huge wicket for East Kanto. Well, South Kanto here on ground one would have heard that, they're fully aware. And they will be just do what's in front of them and win this game. Do everything they can to get themselves into the final. This time Hines just strays down leg. Strays down wide, aim called. Yeah, it could be, we may see in the battle in the final, South Kanto taking on East Kanto. South Kanto having won 4 editions previously, and have won 2, so.
Great chance.
Direct hit would have made things interesting. Takes a shot at the stumps, doesn't miss by too much. Just taking that pitch, be interested in happy to see the turn. Himself later on. That's last over of the power play. Not out.
Keep it a bit more very salty.
Noguchi did well to get down the other end. It was a tight run. More celebrations on ground 2. Kanto taking another Kansai wicket cheaply. We'll update you from time to time. The score over there, so viewers are aware of the likely finalists. Please do subscribe to Japan Cricket Channel if you're watching via YouTube. So warm welcome to our viewers in the Indian subcontinent via fan code. We're enjoying the JPL final, of course, this afternoon, 2 p.m. Don't miss that. It'll be a cracker. Hines continues to keep West Kanto batsman quiet. And then at the end of the over, 12 for 1. Degrees out there, bit of a breeze for the players, so it's relatively comfortable. Expected to climb up to around 27 this afternoon. Ravichandran just sure his field settings are where he wants them. He himself set slip. This has been cut and it beats cover and will go all the way for 4 runs. Great shot. Much appreciated from the teammates under the team. Kano, lovely shot. second over from the mountain end. Into the covers and scampering through for a good single. Gucci very quick between the wickets. Early call. Third man just been dropped out outside of the circle. Deep cover as well. Two fielders outside the 30-yard circle. They're probably both 5 to 6 metres in off the boundary line. It's just guided down to third man. Now we'll keep it to a single. As I say, Charlie Hines down in third man's probably 6 metres in off the boundary line, so no chance of a second there for the batters. Back on strike. A lovely ball at the beginning of the over. And he goes out. This time deep point. Field that just with a slight misfield, but it won't cost the team anything. Score is a little bit behind, but I make that 19 for 1. 4 overs gone, so just 2 remaining in the power play. South Kanto will be going back to the youngster Charlie Hines for his 3rd over. Figures of 1 for 8. Job for another wicket falls on ground 2, and then East comes over. Chipper. Slight misfield as the batter comes back for a second. KFC by a signal called wides, yeah. Across the board, 3 wides. And now on strike, turns it onto the onside behind to a short, fine leg. Yeah, playing for pride here at West Kanto. Hurricanes played 3, lost all 3 of them. So they'll be dearly keen to get a win on the board. Before they finish their tournament. They won't be able to make the 3rd, 4th playoff, so as I saying, playing for a bit of pride here. Of course, they're the defending champions. They won it last year. Comes down the wicket. Doesn't really get all of it, does Noguchi. And, fielding of the zone bowling, Charlie Hines, that's in the wrong mistake. Just straight down the bars. A bit straight with his line, swinging his Charlie. Word from teammate Fujihara. Turned down to long on. I believe that's Robbie McKenna fielding. Short number 3 it is.
Got some runs this afternoon. He did both that quite well. out here in summer during the week. Let's start here for the Hurricanes.
Overdone. It's 5 down now, so 1 remaining for the power play. 5 runs on the board. Singh will continue his spell. And his 3rd over from the mountain end. Comes in, chance here, it's gone straight up. Singh will call it himself and take the catch comfortably. Now the wicket falls. South Kanto nab their 2nd.
Yeah, just not short enough for that shot in the back foot. Switch full, top edge, straight up. So this Kanto's a 2nd wicket for 25.
We have the chance update our viewers on ground number 2. Kansai Chargers currently 25 for 3. Turning over out for 2. Suzuki out without scoring. Huge with Josh Brown out for 17. Chargers struggling on ground 2. East Kanto heading towards yet another point on the JPL back here. Kumar Singh continues his over. Batsman Lachlan from Yamamoto Lake coming in the unfamiliar position perhaps. Usually opens those Lachlan. And number 4 today. Plays defensively. Very lethal batsman from Yamamoto Lake. Fully aware South Kanto the damage he can inflict. Skews in, just clears. Runs away for 4 runs, but goes to whip him away. Lachlan trying to whip the shot away over square, but it's a bit of edge. Shoulder to back. Continues, and this time Lachlan Lake gets hold of that one. Deep square coming around to field, and it'll be 2 runs completed. A couple of looks at the ball, and looks like all aggression now for Yamamoto Lake. Just clamps down on the ball. power play done and dusted here on ground 1. 31 runs, 2 wickets. Kano still there on 10 and open the innings. Facing 14 balls and recently joined from Auckland and Motole. Kanto would dearly love these two to put a partnership together, try and build a foundation for the rest of the team. Ball in the hand, probably from the school here in Sana. Still just altering the field. Power play done and dusted, so the 5 fielders out on the boundary. Deep backward square, deep mid wicket, long on, long off, and cover. Sabarish fields off his own delivery. Very experienced and wily bowler is Sabarish. This one with a fly. Good ball, but Kano just playing it out to mid wicket. This time Kano goes onto the back foot, cuts out to the sweeper out there on the offside. There's Yamamoto late on strike. This will be a good contest. National teammate to national teammate. Yamamoto late and appeal, solitary appeal from the bowler. Backed up by any of the teammates, but it's just offering no interest. Yamamoto late using his feet. Rushed through his overt. Quick one it was. And, 2 off it. 34 for 2 now. Just can't tell. Run rate's just below 5. As I say, this is probably a key partnership for the team. The strike rate's always usually above 100, 150. Save over on ground 2. Looking forward to the final this afternoon, Todd. Should be a good one. No worries about the weather, sure.
Definitely. At the moment, a good way to go in this game, but Sipkins have to win to make the final. Yes, so Super Kings must win. Nice delivery there. Not too late to take a single point.
Yeah,
If they win, then whoever loses the other game's out. So very tight, very tense here this morning at the Sano International Cricket Ground.
Gurma singing to his 4th and final over. good start for his team here, Lumasen.
Good single. He's very fast. Young Lachlan Yamamoto Lake. Sorry, this Kanto Hurricanes at 35.
Walloped, and it won't carry to long off. Not coming out of the sweet spot.
He's been looking to lift the run rate here, the Hurricanes.
Yeah, this is the 8th over. Six off on the board, so you're right. I'll be
Ball to finish. Hurricanes 36 for 2 off 8. Of course, Captain Miyachi to come in. Strong batsman to come. Miyachi, Vinay Iyer, Shogo Kimura, all having to bat. So, trying to lift the run rate at the moment. Try to push on.
Yeah, they've just altered their batting lineup, haven't they, a bit today? Kanto. Singh's 4 overs are done and dusted for 18, so good start for his team. Ravi Chandran, driven from Yamamoto Lake, but well fielded from Savarish. So we should be aware of how lethal batsman Yamamoto Lake is. Squeeze this is out. And, third man will strip that to over.
Gonna be a bye. Come off the bat there. Bit of the wicket.
Bit of a divot come out of the ground there. Certainly had to clamp down on it. I thought he just said squeezed it away off the bat. It might have been. Umpire's done the repairs.
Pretty much with Ravi Chandran, captain of the Super Kings. Long off. 38.
Who vaulted down there at long off, and that will see him. This hasn't carried there. Not like they even get all of that.
Definitely trying to lift the run right here. The Hurricanes. Be over.
Yeah, Savarishi rushes through his over, doesn't he?
Very fast. They don't quite fit here. Through the 9th over already. So, I've seen another one who likes to get through those pretty quick. And those a little bit of pace. And the bowler announcing him.
And those are ahead of ground 2. So ground currently 40 for 3 after 8 overs.
Looks like Jorge Kuboka coming on from the outer net.
Another member of the Japan's national squad. Coming into Yamamoto Lake, which just guides him down to the point.
Not really good enough yet. It's only about 4.3. We're going to get that going. Give yourself a chance.
Yeah, there's plenty of room in around the 30-yard circles, and they do have 5 fielders on the boundary rope, so there's plenty of room to push for singles and perhaps create twos onto the onside. Soft hands. Kano on strike. He just plays it back, cover and clean that up, so yep, they'll want to get going. There's Kanto. Just below 4.5. So. A bit of bounce for Kubota.
Very tall. Very good offer, isn't it? With a big lap. That's with the Japan national team.
They've started well with the ball here of South Kanto. All their bowlers doing a good job bowling tight lines. And the batsman quiet. Score thus far for the tournament around 130, 140.
130, 140. I think there's been a few runs like that. Let's see, I always think it's a 150. Look at the round one.
This time, Kano pushes the point, calls his partner through. Strike, checking out the onside field. Deep mid wicket and backward square and fine leg on the boundary. So long on. But he cuts, and he cuts late, and is it good enough to make 4? It is. I think that will be ruled for. Fielder did well, looks like Robbie McKenna out there. Valiant effort to try and save the ball, but in doing so, perhaps not dragging the ball across the boundary line, but touching the ball while the body across the line. So 4 runs is the result. Good shot from Yamamoto Lake.
I thought he did a good job there on the boundary, McKenna. He stopped in the first time. Momentum with the ball across the line. But much needed boundary for the Hurricanes. They went to 45. So I'd like to give them, I think it's up to 14. Another bowling change. And Charlie Hines will come on again from the school end.
Kano's 14 runs have come up with 28 balls, so he'll be aware that appeal for a stumping not given. Good delivery from Hines. Hines.
Beautiful ball from Hines. Good flight. Turn and bounce.
Perhaps the shoulder of the bat pulls safely. But, first or second over is a strained down leg, but he's going his line.
Amazing. The left arm spin in T20 cricket. It's always a good weapon to have.
Walter Lake leaves this one alone.
Well, Hines. Nice and straight. Good over from Hines, just the one off. And it's 46 on the left. So we'll go over there on round two. Kansai up to 51 for 3 up there, 10 overs.
Yeah, Charlie Hines is bowled out. It's 4 overs. He's going for the 15 runs, 1 wicket. The youngster continues to impress. Of course, recently announced in the Japan national team to take on Mongolia. Do subscribe to the Japan channel on YouTube. It will be coming up starting Tuesday. 7 games between the two nations. Charlie Hines will be excited to play after performing so well for the under-19s last year. Cuts. Robbie McKenna will come in off the boundary to keep that to a single. Whipped onto the onside. Deep mid-wicket. Does well to get off the boundary, quickly attacking the ball and giving the batsman any chance for a second run.
Speaking of the Mongolia series, so kick off on Tuesday at 11 a.m. JST time. We've got 1 game Tuesday. Wednesday we've got morning and afternoon. First game 9:30 a.m. local time. Second game 2 p.m. local time. Thursday kick off at 11 a.m. Friday we have a reserve day. We have any wet weather in 3 days coming up. We'll use the reserve day if not everyone gets a nice rest day. Saturday we double up again. We have morning and afternoon. The morning game kicks off at 9:30, afternoon at 2, and Sunday the final game of the 7-match series kicks off at 11 local time.
Brilliant backing up from Lachlan Yamamoto Lake. There was a quick single. I just wonder if the fielder should have gone the other end. But, Lake was quickly down the wicket and then the end comfortably. Yeah, that's going to be an exciting series, isn't it? Look forward to watching that. I know you'll be doing the commentary, Todd. Unfortunately, I've got to return to Toyama to do some work. I'll certainly be tuning in via YouTube, perhaps showing my students what cricket is.
That'll be exciting for them.
Yeah. The president of the school will be happy with me doing that, but certainly looking forward to that. So as you say, 7 games, 16-man squad announced from Japan Cricket, so we'll be looking to give players opportunities, and I'm sure all 16 players will be playing at least 2 or 3 games each. over mid-off for 4 runs, and bit of aggression shown here from Yamamoto Lake. No surprises there. He's been looking for the right ball and just carves him over mid-off.
Yeah, nice shot. Much needed boundary hit for the Hurricanes. Taking this to 20. Single to short third man. Yeah, big squad for the Mongolia series, but as you said, I believe everyone's going to rotate through, which will be good, and great to see Mongolia coming over to play Japan. I think they arrive tomorrow.
Yeah, not sure. But as you say, great for Japan cricket to have this series. I think Mongolia have been struggling to find international opposition, and Japan probably aware of that and where they were 4 or 5 years ago, struggling to find international opposition. So Mongolia yet to be on the ICC T20 rankings. You have to play, I believe, 7 games to have a ranking. Perhaps I do know Mongolia were a part of the the Asian Games. Were held at the end of last year. I believe they played perhaps just the 1 game. So this series will certainly put them on the ranking table, and I'm sure they'll be grateful for Japan cricket and being hospitable and creating the series. Yamamoto Lake just uses his wrists to smack it down to long on.
Bowling change here. So, this is Fujihara.
It is Fujihara.
Fujihara's going to be joining me in the commentary box, I believe, for the Mongolia series.
Oh, brilliant. So he plays his cricket in Brisbane, right? That's Fujihara. He's going to cross for the JPL. Cut by Kano. Thoughts of a second, but a bit risky taking on. Save. The South Kanto outfit have been good in the field so far. Fielders attacking the ball. Lake plays out and dissects the gap. Lovely shot.
Nice shot. Lake looks to get going here. Look at the replay. The other tosses it up and Lake says thank you very much. I'll take that for 4. Deep mid wicket. Number 26. Hurricanes are going to push on. Just slows it up a bit. No run.
Full toss and walloped by Lachlan Yamamoto Lake for 6 runs. Robbie McKenna, as did I, thought there was an opportunity, a chance, but it just kept going to the ball. Well hit 6, and it's turned into a good over for West Kanto.
Look at the replay, almost tossed it up to the moon. Got a big full banger. Said thank you very much. Straight over Robbie McKenna's head for 6. Bit of aggression here by the Hurricanes, trying to lift the run rate. Just bangs one into the wicket. Over for the Hurricanes. 12 into 66 for 2. Wake up to 32. Now on 18.
Yeah, big over for West Kanto. That over create a bit of momentum for them. Alright, still sits just at that 5 level. 100 runs won't be enough to defend against South Kanto batting lineup, so they'll be aiming, as we talked about, 140. This is a key partnership for the West Kanto team. Both batsmen are set. Can they continue to capitalise? Walter, and from the mountain end, dabs it out to point. Overthrow, and Yamamoto Lake quickly back for a second. The pleasure of meeting Lachlan's grandparents are over here watching under the shade. His rather just walk around the boundary rope there. But pleasure to meet them, and over from Perth, Australia, to watch this JPL. Chance taken, and Kano trying to head over long off, but it pretty much went up, and looks like great. It is Alistair Fleming, and to take the comfortable catch and dismissing Hill Kano. Go back to the 20 runs from 36 balls, but it's given this team somewhat a bit of a foundation.
Yeah, speaking about Kiefer, like playing for the Super Kings, he's out of this game. He's got a sore knee, he said this morning. He had some treatment over there in the medical tent when I was over there in the scorer's tent this morning, sorting out some things. So he is out of the morning game, looking to play the afternoon game. So, of course, he's a big, fast bowler and played a lot of cricket over the last 2 weeks. He's quite sore, but he'll get right. Mongolia still coming up for him too.
Yeah, we hope in the afternoon games, the final, the Super Kings. Walter back into his work.
And batsman in is Mani Kalia. Took the mark with a quick single. Okay, here, Lachlan, Yamamoto Lake, Hurricanes. Round 2, Kansai charges 63 for 4 off 13. Churned up to 19. Joined by Safi Lachlan on 4.
Nice shot from Kalia, just turning Kubota around to fine leg. Yamamoto Lake back on strike. Clobbered, straight, and well retrieved from the fielder. Long on comes sprinting around to cover that, and may have been close to the boundary line, but does well.
Very well in the field. Looked 4 off the bat to me. See a high slide catch on round 2. He should catch that one, and he's spilled it. Wow.
Boundary distances here, Todd, roughly.
I'd say 60, 65 metres. Didn't do the boundary this time. It was done earlier in the week. I'd say about 65 metres, you're correct. So we have a full ODI size grounds here in summer. Round 2 is a size women's cricket ODI size ground. And round 1 is a full size ODI men's size ground. Should be hard to get another over. Up to 12 in his first. I don't think he's going to be too keen to toss him up to Yamamoto Lake again. No, he's gone again.
He likes to vary his delivery pace, doesn't he, Fujihara? Try and fall a little better. space out there for play just to play it onto the onside for a single. Yamamoto Lake is on strike. All the onside fielders are on the boundary, so opportunities there for easy singles, perhaps twos, soft hands. Leg is short, but the other four fielders on the onside are all on the boundary line.
So what happened there? Yamamoto Lake went to hit the full toss. I think he just missed it. Camp due for a bye. Goes up to 79 from 15. Yamamoto Lake 37 from 30. Probably out 4 for 5.
Yeah, boy, they South Kanto have whipped through their overs and bases. Checking the time, we're still 5 minutes before 11 o'clock, so 55 minutes after 15 overs.
That's what we like to see. Of course, yesterday the first game ran a bit over time, didn't it? It was at half an hour, 25 minutes late. Tight finish. Game finished in the tie.
Yeah, what a game it was. East Kanto and North Kanto Lions playing out a tie. 135 all. It was a great game to watch and commentate on.
To the ground and went a fair way up in the air, didn't it?
I wonder if there's almost a half appeal from Sabarish, the umpire, jokingly. This time he's driven out to long off for another single. Yamamoto Lake, real important part of this West Kanto outfit in terms of the baddies. 39. I would dearly love him to go on. Bowling from a different end, coming from the mountain end this time. He's just turned and they've called too early. It's a good early call, and it's one they complete comfortably in the end. The cricket there from Kalia, just using his soft hands, realising deep square was on the boundary. There was two on offer. Certainly Yamamoto Lake's quick between the wickets.
Good running there by the batsman. Good call from Yamamoto Lake.
This time out to long on, who's sprinting in to try and does well to limit the second run. Kubota out there, good fielder Kubota.
He's a good fielder. Kubota. 16 overs gone here.
Yeah, if I just update you on ground two, of course an important match going on there in terms of who makes the final. Kansai Chargers currently 73 for 5. Almost 15 overs gone. Josh Brown falling cheaply, you'd call it, 17. Here though, number 1 Fujihara continues, over number 3 for him. Yamamoto Lake using his feet, hits it, hasn't made it all the way. Fielder coming round, dropped, put down, and that could be costly. It is probably a metre short of the boundary line, straight shot.
Just looks to get a bit too far under the ball. I think he misjudged it. Got a bit high on him in the end. Straight through his hands. Might get another chance here. Could have went for that one.
see how costly that will be with Yamamoto Lake. Turn onside on Kalia for another single, bringing his more settled partner, Lachlan on strike. Definitely be looking for the boundary rope somewhere, looking to be aggressive here against Fujiwara. That's another chance, and no, this time he clears Gurmar Singh for 6 runs. Good shot.
Good hitting by Lake. He's targeting Fujihara here. Took him down last over, he's just taking him down again. Lake up to 48 from 36. Really put the foot down in the last 3 overs. Hurricanes up to 94. Oh, a bit big there. End of Fujihara's over, he bowled 3 overs to 28. Hurricanes 94 for 3.
Yeah, so at the top of the spell, you had Charlie Hines and Gurmar Singh both bowl out. And they're allotted 4 overs each. Ravi Chandran has another over remaining. She will be bowling now. Kubota has another over, as does Fujihara. So using the 5 bowlers thus far.
Going back to 2 here. He's ready. Nice early call.
Chandran, long on again, Kubota quickly off the boundary line, restricting that to a 1. Who knows how quick Yamamoto Lake is, and coming back for 2nd. They're doing a good job getting Yamamoto Lake on strike as much as possible. Keeps the bat, Ravi Chandran.
Push it through a bit quicker there. Well bowled. Very smart bowler.
Yeah, he's a wily old customer, isn't he? He certainly knows the strengths of Yamamoto Lake contains. Good battle, this one. National team out against one another. Reverse sweep comes out, gets it, but outfielder at that point. It's like Charlie Hines out there.
Hit it hard.
Yeah, he saved 3 runs, didn't he? Fujihara will make this to a single, and again into the over, another quick one. All overthrow, just a bit lackadaisical there, and well, West Kanto pick up another much needed run. Nice breeze coming through the commentary box here at Sano. Two overs remain, 12 balls. Well, scored just shy of 100. Would dearly love to be able to put 20 runs on the board for the next couple of overs. Lake definitely be eyeing up the boundary line. Protection out there on the onside. Long on. Deep mid wicket. Reverse sweep comes out and bowled. Gone. Fujihara in the end gets Yamamoto Lake. Look at the JPL replay. So the onside covered with a lot of fielders, so Lake looking to go the reverse cut behind point. The turn for Fujihara and bowled for 49. So just one shy of the milestone for Yamamoto Lake, but 49 runs of 41 deliveries. Just made a great contribution to his team. Got them up to score. Sorry, just ticks over. We are on 100. 100 for 4 now. So for the remaining batsmen that come in for West Kanto, they'll want to be aggressive. Just 11 balls remaining in the innings. Wickets in hand. Probably sent out the pinch hitter. Shogo Kimura. Interesting to see how he plays Yukihara. Sabadish, again knowing Shogo's game pretty well, and he has stacked the onside around mid-wicket. Deep mid-wicket. Long on. Deep square. Ball doesn't get high as much as Kimura had accepted a direct hit and given. Run out after a bit of confusion between the two batters. Gee, I actually thought he'd made it home, Shogo, but caught short. Goes to pull, ball ends up going nowhere, and direct hit out. Bat short. That's a good aerial as he made this ground. Disappointing run out for West Kanto.
Yeah, a bit of a mix-up there. Which sums up Hurricanes tournament there. Little mistakes. There's a couple of mistakes in a couple of games that cost them. So up to 100. Wonder what they can get here. Looking at something around the 120 mark in the aim. Hopefully it's been going nicely. 14 for 14. See what he can do here.
Shot, but straight out to the fielder. Deep square. Leah now the senior partner out there. Joined by Aya, very experienced cricketer in Japan. A lot of coaching here in Japan as well now. Just beams this out to point for a single. Leah back on strike. Leah, 15 runs have come from 15 balls, so he's going to run a ball. Just cut it a couple of boundaries before the end of the innings. Can they find it? Kalia goes for it, and it looks good. It's over. 6 runs, good shot. It was hit directly in line of the fielder out there at deep mid-wicket, but he hit it well enough. Even with Gurmar Singh's outstretched hands, it had cleared the fielder for a good maximum 6. Much needed 6 for West Kanto.
Good hitting. Really powerful with that sweep shot. Mani Kalia. Ends up to 21. Ends up to 107.
This time he just drops it onto the onside, and he'll be thinking of 2. Quickly and off the boundaries, Robbie McKenna, but he can't restrict the batters to 2 runs there. It's a good thinking shot there from Mani Kalia. He's now up to 23 of 17 balls. So they total up to 110 now.
120 has been a competitive total this tournament. I expect this to be a close run chase for the Super Kings. West Kanto can get another 10 or so runs here.
Yeah, it's going to be a really important start for them with the ball, isn't it, for West Kanto, if they can take out a couple of the big batters from South Kanto and get Packmore early and Sabarish early. But Hey, Kubota will complete his 4-over spell with the final over. The West Kanto innings. Straight shot, straight, but long on will field that. Just results in a 1 run. Hit it well, did Vinay, but long on, relatively straight. Back on striker. This time he goes, wallops it over, 6 runs, great shot.
Good hit. Big hitting. 116. Getting up there now, the Hurricanes.
Yeah, look, Cully has played a really good innings, hasn't he? He was almost in the support role of Yamamoto Lake, just turning the strike over, but since his wicket fell, he's just stepped up a gear. It's now 2 sixes to him. Finishing well for his team. Can he continue? 4 balls to come. Hard luck. Goes for the reverse sweep. Boy, acres of space out there over backward point. Just unable to execute the shot. Three balls remaining. Full and takes the pace off it, this Kubota, and almost, slashes that down. It's a bit awkward.
Hold wide. It's up to 118.
Again, Kubota taking the pace off it. Looking for a second. Vinay doing the hard work, coming back to the danger, and a well run, Vinay.
120.
It's impressive running from him. Perhaps willing to sacrifice his wicket if there was a run out, coming back to the danger end. But yeah, looking for another 2. Doing the hard work here as Vinay coming back to that end. And, bad finish here, the final over for the West Kanto. It's 122, final ball of the innings for West Kanto. Direct shot and hit. And speaking of the talented field skills of Kubota, he retrieves the ball, picks it up, takes a shy and runs out. Mani Kalia. Just looking on the replay, picks it up. You wondered if the shy was on, given that it was the last ball, but with confidence he just throws the stumps down. And good bit of fielding there off his own bowling. Kubota brings an end to the West Kanto innings. Just waiting for our scorers to update that, but it is 122 runs scored, 6 wickets fell. Quickly take you through the scorecard. It was Rahil Kano at the top, May 20. Yamamoto Lakes 49 or 41 balls really gave impetus to the West Kanto innings. And Mani Kalia in support alongside Lachlan, his 33 runs also really got them up to a decent, well, perhaps a semi-competitive score, perhaps a bit below par, but they start well in the first 6 overs of the power play. Who knows where this game could head. Hope you're enjoying the game. Do join us again in around 9 minutes time. So welcome back to our broadcast here today from Sano International Cricket Ground. Fixture between West Kanto Hurricanes and South Kanto Super Kings. It is a chase of 112 for victory for East Kanto. Sorry, so I'm on the wrong one here, aren't I? For South Kanto. Looks to be the 31. Is that sort of cheeky? Or West Kanto, he's a local player, plays his cricket for Sano Club here. Enjoy taking the ball away from the right hand batter. First ball of the chase and just defended.
Interesting chase coming up there. Tricky total. I've seen this total be competitive in this tournament. And of course, nobody batting second has won a game. So, to make the final, they're going to have to do something no one's done. Chase down the total.
We have Anil Kumar and Robbie McKenna, the batters for South Kanto, in charge and the responsibility in the power play. Give your team a good start. This is Robbie McKenna, who's on strike at the moment. Yeah, you're right. Could be a tricky total, eh? You'd expect them to get up, but well, 3-4 wickets down. Cheeky gives it a bit of flight. Just puts it up, toss and fielded out there at the wicket. Yeah, bullet arm. You won't be taking two on that arm.
Got the slip, looking to be quite aggressive here from the field. Short cover.
Yeah, it's important they start well, isn't it, Todd? When you've only got a score of 122 to defend, then you really need 2-3 wickets in the power play, so
Crosses it up. Yeah, it is very important. They've got to bowl tight. Not just take wickets, but bowl tight. Can't really get much wrong, especially against the strong Super Kings batting lineup. About to start there for the Super Kings. Score updates. No loss, 3 runs. Hurricanes also be happy with that start. What's that? See if they can pick up an early wicket. Mani Kalia opening the bowling from the mountain end.
he's had a good couple of weeks cricket. Mani Kalia played well in the Futures League. Played a good role off the bat earlier on.
He did. He batted very well. Mani Kalia. 33, 2 sixes, 3 run going at the end. Over the round 2, Josh Brown's opened the bowling. Bowled nice and straight. Give you all updated on the Kansai Chargers East Kanto Sunrisers game over on ground 2.
It's pretty quick off just a few steps running. It's all shoulder.
Yeah. 5 steps and just loses it down.
Driven.
Through the field, through the pundit and then onto the lake on the back of 4. Nice release shot there. That's over 7 there for the JK replay, just pitched up, smashed through the covers for 4. Nice shot.
27 matches in all, over 3,000 runs. Bowls as well.
Shot. Well fielded. Stop for one. Save 3 runs. Fast outfield here on this ground here in Sano.
Yeah, it's quick, all right, and you're teaching me about the grass, the couch grass, what will become greener and greener over these next few weeks. It was dormant in the winter. Takes off in the summer, the warmer heat. You'll be happy with the wicket, how it's played.
Yeah, it's played quite well. I think it's been a good batting wicket. Ball's been good bounce. I don't think anything's really got too low. Good pace, and it's turn too, turn and bounce. So I think it's been a really good wicket for cricket. It's too good in Australia. I think it was first game, so I think it's played alright.
13 sixes.
13.
Sorry to correct you.
That's okay.
No one likes to correct you. But, yeah. Of course, that was game 1, the 13 sixes. Third match, perhaps. Not today. Not cheaply for Kansai charges, and Kanto will be licking their lips and chasing down this total they've set. Put themselves into the final. Be joined. If they can get up.
Oh, wicket over there in round 2.
And they're happy about it.
So they hit their first wicket. Sunrisers 6 for 1. Chasing 112 victory. Continuing. Slip in. 2 overs. Quick single.
Yeah, they're up for this West Kanto. Field very energetic. Moving in on every ball and backing up, geeing each other up. Dearly love it to go bang bang here against Kanto. As the co-commentator said, just bowling tight lines. Think away, especially early on. Extremely important here for West Kanto to make a good start. Cheeky, another good line and length from him. Chance for a catch, and taken. The first wicket falls, and West Kanto make that good start, and it was the pressure exerted from Ichiki. Consecutive dot balls built pressure and a release shot, and not a very good one. Hit down the throat of mid-off. First wicket falls.
And look at the JPL replay. Chicky bowling very tight on the stumps. Need a bit of a release there, the Super Kings. Anil Kumar trying to play it over mid-off, straight to the man. Nice catch from Shukla. First wicket falls. Super Kings 11 for 1, chasing 123 to make the final of the JPL for 2024.
Cheeky, another Sano's club member. Played a part, of course, last week also in the Futures League. He's played a lot of cricket for Sano. So Chiro University. So he started well for his team here as a cheeky. Ayukai ball in hand here at Sano from the mountain end. A fabulous day. It's probably 25 degrees out there. Nice breeze for the players though. Guy comes in, first delivery, and he's just driven back by McKenna to mid-on. Strong throw in. And, this is the first I think I've seen of Ayukai. I guess this is the first time we've seen West Kanto on ground.
No, we saw Ayukai played yesterday afternoon.
Yeah,
Is that right?
of course. Bowling into McKenna. Sorry, no, it's shot. 4 runs. Cut.
Flight kick to stop the ball there by looks. Throwing his leg out. The JPL replay. Nice shot on the offside. Let's see over the career. Flight kick. Wow. Good enough, then South Kanto moved to 15 for 1.
Of course, it's a new batsman, Chandran.
Big wicket out.
Superb way to get underway with a boundary 4. Second ball this time. So flash. And a miss from Ravi Chandran.
Get in the Hurricanes early. Go a long way to
He's just a smart cricketer, isn't he, Ravi Chandran? It's not just his skill with the bat, it's just how he goes around managing the game and being aware how hard to push and sometimes hard not to push.
Casey. Over here with his family the last 2 weeks.
Let me guess, another Queensland or not? Yeah?
Queensland. That's right. He's like a young child.
Well, hopefully he's enjoying his visit to Japan. It's, as I say, it's certainly the strongest JPL I've seen. Japanese local domestic players here have been joined by many from abroad, especially Australia and Queensland. It's great to have their knowledge and skill rubbing off the best of the local players here. This will be 4 runs, edgy.
Throws his hands at it. Ravi Chandran, no third man. Races away the boundary for 4. Just have a look on the JPL replay. Just wide, just another big drive. Enough on it, run to the boundary. Release there from the Super Kings. The boundaries off that over. 20 for 1 from round 2. The update there is the Sunrisers 11 for 1 into the third over. Brown going again by the looks.
Bowling to Glenn.
To his good friend Kendall Kalawaki Flynn, of course his manager.
That would be a nice battle to watch.
Bit of to and fro over the last few nights' dinners between them two. Brownie said he wants to get him out. He's got his opportunity right now. Chicky into his third over.
He is bowling well here, Chicky. He take another for his team, keeping a bit low. McKenna all slight misfield, and it'll cost them the single. And McKenna will be quick enough for 2. Oh, smart.
It's poor in the field.
Tis, yeah, my eyes were on the batters, but what happened out there?
There's no urgency to get the ball at all. Gives up an extra run. Turns 1 into 2. Good running though from the Super Kings. Raheel Kano for this field.
Chance.
Oh. Misjudged it there, the fielder at mid-off. He's run in and sort of given himself a second to sum up the situation. It's gone over his head.
Let's see if the JPL covers that. He perhaps not run, and he definitely stepped in though, didn't he? Took 2-3 steps forward, and that instantly took the equation away from being able to have that. What could have been, if his first movement was backwards, and it was another wicket for a cheeky.
Yes.
Just this time, just slight misjudgment.
On it, chance bowlers then. Just missed.
Wow, all action here on number 1.
He's quick. Bowlers up the ball in the leg.
Oh, came in from good strong arm. It was a good worth a shot, worth a crack.
Goes down the wicket.
Doesn't seem to get a lot of bounce in Chicky, but it's the ones that stay low. There's his danger.
And he doesn't really push him through that much, the chicken. Fastest through the air. Really nice line here though, by the way.
It's 3 overs, just gone for the 12, 13 runs for 1 wicket. He's done good contribution for the team there, Cheeky. Coming back for 4. With McKenna on strike, and Ayukai with ball in hand. Boundaries there in his earlier over, he was so old, some good deliveries, 3 or 4 dots, and this will be all wide. Stumps was the shy.
Oh, lovely, Robbie McKenna find the middle of the bat here. It's picking out a couple fielders. Chandler back on strike, score up to 28. We could hear the Hurricanes. Started 8 for 6. Single. 28. 29. Over the power play. Super Kings. Nice delivery. Of course, I saw Robbie last night. First time I've met him. He's a nice fella from England.
Yeah.
We had a bit of a chat last night. JPL.
Yeah.
Drops the runs. Big part of this tournament, saying really good running between wickets. Lots of quick singles. Very alert, these batsmen. Part for all teams. A lot of dropping and running, I've noticed.
yeah, it's an important part of the game in all formats, really. It's the ability to do that.
Harry Chandler's shot. That's 4.
Great shot.
Over pitch. And he said thank you very much to the covers for 4.
Yes, running well between wickets can sort of dictate captain setting the fields. If he keeps stealing quick singles in and around the block, then he'll bring the field in, and that creates opportunities to go aerial. So it's a skill, an important asset to have as a team. We saw a number of run-outs in the game yesterday with East Kanto chasing the score of North Lions. It was 2 in the final over.
That was chaos there in that game. All they do was get Ito Davis in strike, and they kept, the batsmen kept running themselves there, putting it in the tie.
And when they were running themselves out, they were keeping Ito Davis off strike too. So it almost hurt them somewhat. But yeah, as you say, it's strong skill. Japanese domestic players run well. They're quick, agile, turn well. Sometimes lower centre of gravity also helps.
So he's get 34 for power play.
Back for his 4th final. He has. He's really impressed me. I believe he's still pretty young. Sorta. Seen him take a lot of wickets for Sano. As I say, just holds good lines and restrict run scoring opportunities.
Wide, must have taken some pad on the way through.
So on strike here, particularly floats one up and gets it on the full toss. Does
What the 2 on Shogo's are. So just take 1. Cover goes outside the circle. And the oversit is 7:36 for 1. Chasing 123 to make the final. JPL 2024.
Shane West Kanto missing one of these right bowlers because of a couple of Stafford. Legal players need to be rested. It's a part of the rules here, 1 game.
Yes, all players to be rested 1 game in the JPL so that everyone gets to play equal amount of games. So I think saw this morning, but so we'll like to play in the afternoon game. So we have 2 playoff games, a first, second, and a 3rd and 4th playoff game. 15 in the tournament. We'll play the final game.
Yeah, they get
sit back
to
and watch the final.
yep, take the train home.
Nice.
2-3 hour journey perhaps.
Nice and early.
Let's hope they stay and watch the final. Should be a cracker. Still 3 teams vying for that spot.
Talk about, you spoke yesterday about the travel times to get to play cricket here in Japan, and a lot of them, it's 2 to 3 hour travel from Tokyo up to Sano to getting the train.
Yeah, I know the well-known cricketing family of the Thurgates in Japan cricket community. Marcus was telling me trains, not just one train. A lot of mountains in Japan, so you can't take a direct route. Our trip from Toyama, where I live, to here is a 4-hour journey. It's about 65 tunnels on the way, so it gives you sort of an idea if you're in Australia or New Zealand. Chandra just turns this onto the onside looking for 2. The plan was always to use soft hands and to take advantage of the fielder having to run in probably 40-50 metres to field it. Cricket, good smart cricket, isn't it?
Yeah, sorry, lost my words there. Real good thinker of the game, very smart. Sums up the situation well. So down for quick 2. That was a good drive this time. Oh, that's out.
Oh.
It's hit his foot, did it?
It did, but there was no appeal. And I just wonder if the non-striker was still behind the crease. We won't see a replay of that, but no appeal. Strange. Everyone wasn't aware.
Get that one up on the
It definitely came off the bowler's foot. And
red flag.
Yeah, was he surprised no one in the field? Kenna plays a lovely shot. Just cover out there, deep mid wicket, and it's just the one as a result. Ravi Chandran back on strike. Kalia bowling to the experienced Ravi Chandran, who pushes him onto the off. Walter Lake coming to do that. It's been a good tournament so far. We've seen some big victories, lopsided victories, or massive run total scored. We've seen a tie.
So look at the replay there. Didn't actually hit his foot. So from our angle, it looked like he hit his foot, but just really straight at distance. We'll flick that one away. And finally we'll pick it up.
Down at fine leg, now coming into a short line.
Happy just to push him around at the moment, turn the strike over, pick up some singles, no need to play any big shots as yet. Take them as they come.
Yeah, look, that run rate required still around 6.5. I guess it started just over 6, so in a way, Hurricanes have made a good start here. Tell you what, they would dearly love a couple of wickets. As you say, Ravi Chandran, he's often represented himself well in big games, and this is a big game for them. And if they want to make the final, they've got to win it. Quite often, just a few weeks ago, Ravi Chandran made runs in the T10 final. Often steps up in those big games, and well, all cricketers are able to do it. Great ones find a way. I dearly love his wicket, but also that of McKenna. He's going along nicely, isn't he?
Yeah, they are. They're going nicely. They're both going pretty good here.
Do you know the backstory as to why Robbie's out here?
I'm not, no, so Robbie's, not sure, but might be his mother's Japanese.
Nice.
I didn't get a chance to ask him about that last night. We were chatting, smashed it over cover, that'll go for 4.
It wasn't too far from cover, but no chance in stopping a good shot.
So the pitch. Chandler moved to 19, 23. Nice little partnership going here. 36, up to him.
Half cry for a run out, but back home safely, but Hart could have been in his mouth at the edge there.
Chance. Just sits it straight over the bowler's head for 6 on ground 2. And moves up to 31.
That was his mate Josh Brown, was it?
It wasn't by looks. It's Sunrisers in control over there, 52 for 1, chasing 112 through 6 overs.
How was Josh Brown's bowling figures?
Josh Brown's bowling figures, yes.
Morita continues here in the school end.
Josh Brown, 2 overs, none for 11. 2 wides, 5 hits.
Morita, another leg spin bowler. Great to see him last season play alongside Makoto Taniyama for Max. They both would have shared their trade. I'm sure Morita would have picked up a lot from Taniyama's experience. Taniyama moved, shot, cover, and
Short.
yeah, so Morita playing last season alongside Taniyama, but Taniyama's moved back to Sano Club this season. Thrilled, involved in a thrilling match against Chiba Sharks. Sano vs Chiba Sharks, always a good one to watch. Google scoring 100. I'm thinking it's perhaps his 5th, 6th century. I could be wrong on that. Please do tell me when I see you next. But yeah, it was a good game. They said 235, I think, and Sano chased it down, perhaps in that last over.
I think it could be his 3rd year in a row he's made 100.
Yeah.
He definitely did it last year, and I think he might have done it the year before. Starts off with a ton. Not bad. Get your eye in, round 1.
Yeah, his national team coach must be able to work hard. Getting out there, shutting
Bowling changing. Vinay playing the ball.
Vinay. Same end yesterday. Karasawa, Robin McKenna, strike.
16 Rowan McKenna. 23. Chandra on 24. 16 ran on strike. So Vinay's got here with his off spin.
Ooh.
It's just gone straight over the stumps there. Nice delivery, good start.
Just missed out on the sweep shot. Probably hasn't faced Vinay before, but would be Robbie's first JPL.
Yes.
Yep, so a lot of these bowlers will be brand new to him. Just pushes down to long off for a single. It's off strike. Somebody's going along nicely. 150 strike rate. Fully in control. Just put under covers with comes up. Deep point. Yeah, good partnership. Could be a winning one here for South Kanto, West Kanto. Aiming to break it.
Oh, he missed the stump. Kept a bit low. And went charging down the wicket. Missed it.
Yeah, it's not Miyauchi behind stumps today. Change there. Shinibuchi.
Ball. For the Hurricanes there, just the 2 off.
Quick a yes and a no from the non-striker, and get a decision 1 out, no run taken. Those little moments in the game, isn't it? Somebody's there turning up or down, saying no, won't risk They need to take a risk. Full control of this match. 51 after 10 overs. Only the 1 wicket down. Run rate has popped up over 7. I think you'll see these two be a bit more aggressive next couple of overs. Perhaps this one, Chandran. Kanto actually really doing a really good job and trying to push that run rate up. Support there.
They're bowling well here, West Coast. Nice shot, Ravi Chandran. With all of it, just 1. Good fielding on the boundary.
Yeah, that's Miyuchi.
Good arm.
He has got a good arm. I've seen him before.
Great fielder, isn't he?
Yeah. So often with the gloves on, but yeah, he certainly comes from that baseball background, looking at an arm like that.
It around still. And the wickets in hand.
Miyuchi, even though he hasn't got the gloves on, he still has his voice. And he is well aware of a wicket or two here. Just put a lot of pressure on South Kanto. Do have able batsmen to come in. Fleming's 1 shot. 4 runs, pick the gap, comes down the wicket, hits it on the full as Ravi Chandran hits over the covers and hits cleanly between both fielders. Just a shot of experience. Lita, how's this comeback ball? It's a better one. There'll be cover out there. Cover that to a single. And just the 1 boundary off the over.
60 off 11. 63 off 9 overs. Doing a good job here, Ravi Chandran, just waiting for the loose ball. It's too good, he just punishes them when they come.
Experience helps that. It's another good thing about the JPL. You've got a wide range of ages. I think the youngest player here perhaps is Charlie Hunt. 15. I don't think he's turned 16 yet. It seems like he's been 15 forever. But for such a youngster, whether he's 15 or 16, good shot out from Fleming. Still out there, yep, 6 runs for him. But yeah, Charlie Hines, his weight in gold, such young years, he's bowled well over the 3 days.
He's bowled very well. Charlie, Vinay's got him.
Yeah, Ken Vinay turned the game.
Very experienced bowler, Vinay, and Ravi Chandran. 2 old heads playing cricket.
Yeah, Vinay will be loving this, won't he? Having a chance to.
Most definitely. He's doing a good job. Doing what I have to at the moment. Double wicket, put some pressure on the batsman coming in. Hitting off the boundary there, the man at its backward spot.
I think it's Ichiki out there. Plenty of voice out there from Miyauchi, urging his teammates on, seeing this as a critical moment for them to strike if they can. The game will slowly move away from them the longer these two stay at the wicket, so really making sure that players are on their toes. If any opportunity presents itself, this will be 6 runs, no opportunity here. Great shot, and looks to be Alan Kerr out there who watches it sail over his head, and he's watching ground too. Great shot, big 6.
Yeah, nice shot here. We have a look at the JPL replay. Chandra is too strong. Gets to the pitch of the ball. Gets it for 6 over Vinay's head. Comes in for 70 from 12.
Yeah, we should have a 6 count going, shouldn't we, Todd? We've seen a fair number of them. A lot of them coming off Josh Brown's back, but also Kendall Fleming's had a fair number. His brother Alistair had a few yesterday. Kimura had a couple of beautiful 6s, I think, yesterday and this morning. Yeah. Ground 2. Lots of 6s on show. Yamamoto earlier. Talia. Around 56.
Have a look in between games. Have a look. Kenny hits it high. It's safe. 24. Chandra 39. And good partnerships.
Yeah, McKenna there almost just chipping it into the gap, really. He was aware. 2 fielders out on the boundary. There's a space before them though. This time he just aims to dissect them. Long on will field it and keep it to 1 run. Direct hit it was in the end.
Not wanting to run up the wicket there to get the ball.
Yeah, classic.
Very conscious, running on the edge.
It's typical of the Japanese respect in terms of everyday society.
Toss. Every 4. They're too good when the bad balls come. Ravi Chandran is up to 43, so Kanto 76. That's a 1-2-3 for victory. Starting a little bit away from the Hurricanes here at the moment. Desperate need of a wicket. Slow it down a bit.
Yeah, we've talked about it. We've been one of the few teams not to bowl like the Falcons. Keep their bowlers on for 2, 3, 4 over spells. Those other teams we've seen vast contrast.
Yeah, it's interesting. Super Kings did the same. They didn't do the 1 over spells either. So, tactic by some teams in the competition. These two a bit more conventional in their approach. Can was 26.
Yeah, it was East Kanto, wasn't it? Sunrisers. Here's a chance. No, 6 more runs. Kendall Fleming.
50 up. There's the 55 on ground top.
So, do you think we can call the finalists, Todd?
I'm not sure about this game here. I think on the other ground, the Sunrisers are in prime position, 88 for 1 to the 10th over, chasing 112.
Yep.
It's a play out, I think, here in this game. Get a twist. I noticed yesterday, once the ball got a bit soft, it was hard to get in. It's a bit slow coming into the crease. Just pace when the ball gets a little bit older, I think it's a bit harder to bat out there.
Yep. Yeah, it's perhaps East Kanto Sunrisers, 1 foot in the final, and who will be joining them? Maybe the Kansai Kansai Chargers. Will be the team in front of us, South Kanto Super Kings.
Bowling chain. Yeah, it's Casey back into the attack. Push one down that side for 5 minutes.
Bowled a series of dots early on, a couple of boundaries in the over, but he also bowled some good nuts. This is third over. Keshi Ayukai.
It's in the air.
Chance fielder coming round and dropped. Shame. Did the hard work. Did long on. Running 20 metres perhaps.
In the ouchie.
There's two. Yeah, in the end he had to get on the ground with his body, didn't he? I wondered if he could have tried keeping his balance, but well fielded there from Yamamoto Lake. But the ball spilled out of Miyuchi's hands and was sprawled out upon the ground. Yeah.
Tough chance, but we should have taken it.
Yeah, well summed up.
A bit short leg side. Chandra looks it away before. It was 48. Took things up to 85.
You could hear the cry of stress from Ayukai as he just backed down on the leg side. Well executed from Ravi Chandran. He's moving along nicely. Chandran up to 48 now, just coming from 29 balls. This partnership doing the job, South Kanto.
Shot hits out the fielder. Comes up to 27. Supporting Ravi Chandran at the other end. Doing a good job.
Yeah, they've brought that run rate down under 6 now. Comfortable with 9 wickets in the shed.
It's in the air.
Oh.
Fielder just misses it. Can't get there, but he'll stop it. Come back for 2. Some half chances being created.
Yeah, that was wanted the outstretched hand, but didn't lay a finger on it. Squad's 15 players in. West Kanto want to finish well. This will be the end of their tournament, this game. They so far without a win, which will therefore rule them out of the third, fourth playoff. And they finish these overs well, snare a wicket, will Ravi Chandran just continue his show. And there's the 50 for Savarish. Another milestone for him. Will it be another tournament win for him? He just continues to deliver for his team. A wonderful 50, pulled up with a shot over the cover.
Yeah, great innings from Ravi Chandran.
school end. And then on his third over. And he's got him! Bowled him!
Wow.
What a ball! Cleans him up and talk us through the JPL replay, Doc.
Have a look at the JPL replay. They're coming through, just bowled nice and straight. Just missed there by Ravi Chandran. He goes for 53. Is that the turn in the game?
Yeah. Is there a twist? As you say, they've got a few talented batters to come from South Kanto, but just adjusting to the wicket takes a bit of time. Start to come in and start knocking the ball around. So is this a window of opportunity for West Kanto? Just scored his 50. Ravi Chandran out bowled 53 runs coming from just 33 balls. So wonderful strike rate. He would have loved to have been there though, just to guide his team through to victory. Still not certain. A couple of good overs here from West Kanto can just put that pressure on, build the run rate. It's easily done when you're bowling to a new batsman. Robbie McKenna will become an important part now. Responsibility falls on his shoulders somewhat. Big advantage South Kanto have is that it's just 2 wickets down. They've got 8 wickets to play with, so incoming batsmen they'll be looking to be aggressive.
Chance run out on.
Save. Dive-in effort from Lachlan Yamamoto Lake to create the run out.
Have a look at the JPL replay. Really chaos as a non-striker. Drop catch, run out, close. Bit of a collision.
Probably plenty of an injury done, perhaps. Putting the body on the line there was Yamamoto Lake and diving in because the batsman also diving for the crease. Lots of action and 1 run.
In the end, Alistair's off the mark. Kind of like his buddy.
2 balls to go in the over for Kalia. They fall without a wicket. Almost had a run out. What's next? Good delivery. McKenna looking to turn onto the onside, but the ball straightens and
Get some dot balls and build some pressure here. The Hurricanes during the game, I think. Yeah, might be another twist in this game. McKenna's batted beautifully. He's 29. He's just been knocking them around.
appeal, but it would have clipped the pad or the hip going through. Definitely not a woody sound, and into the over, a good one. Leah's brought his team back into this game, and as you say, Todd, you just put in an over or 2 that go for his 2 or 3, then that run rate will climb. It's just under 6 at the moment. We saw a game yesterday go down to the last over, batting team needing 7, he got 6.
Coming through that. It is.
So 5 overs to go here on ground number 1. Kano incoming. Could be his first over for the Mountaineer. Alistair Karawaki Fleming on strike. Alongside Robbie McKenna, who's on 29 from his 41 balls out there. Fleming cuts deep cover will field that just for the 1 run. Brings back the set batsman, Robbie McKenna. As I say, responsibility should fall to him, Todd, to make sure they get these runs. Just another 30 needed.
Big hit. Out! Woohoo! Here we go. Rory McKenna holds out for 29. And deep mid wicket. Cano picks up a wicket on his 3rd ball. And pressure coming to the Super Kings. They're 93 for 3.
As you say, here we go. A twist in the tail. Have West Kanto changed the plot here? Yes, they have. Creating a bit of doubt, South Kanto, and well, basically with Ravi Chandran falling earlier, now Robbie McKenna, 2 set batsmen are back in the shed. And Teo Miyauchi will be sounding right now to his teammates just how close this game is in the balance. Favour South Kanto with wickets in hand, but that's now 3 down. 2 new batsmen go about getting these further 29 runs, 29 balls, so 6 and over, run a ball for an exciting finish here on ground number 1. Dot ball. Just the 1 run off the over thus far. Wicket and the dot. 3 important balls coming up here from Rahul Kano. Again, another dot.
Get some pressure here, the Hurricanes.
Nur Muhammad Ibrahim, new batter for South Kanto. And he wallops 1 for 6. No, sorry. Yes. Take the apology away. I thought it was going to bounce short, but 6 runs. And that just eases the pain for South Kanto with the previous 2 dot balls. Things getting tight here, but that's 6. Well, back in favour.
Looking over the JPL replay. Sets it up,
This time just turn onto the onside, expecting to take 2, going for 2.
Good running.
Good running from Fleming, he was back quick, wasn't he? Got some wheels, and who knows how important 2 will be in the context. Overs done here on ground number 1. Just the 4 remain. South Kanto popped above the 100 mark, 102 for 3. It's required 5, just over 5. Before we give them back to Kalia. He has 1 over remaining. And the bowling over like we saw from Zabir Khan right here yesterday. Just came in. Zabir came in on over 19 and perhaps not for 2 runs. There's a wicket and 2 run outs. Certainly brought the fielding team back into the game. 1 over can do that. Can Mani deliver here? Looking for 2 is McKenna. Sorry, Fleming. Called 2 early and they completed. Just aware of the situation. How tight it could get. Doesn't really want to take it into the last over. Todd's going to go take care of some groundwork on ground number 2. Cheers, Todd. We'll catch you later on. And just pokes us onto the offside and skips through for an easy single. outfield. He comes in a good ball, beating the outside edge. And West Kanto perform some heroics here and just change the plot. This match is heading towards South Kanto. It's needing 18. 18 required. This time inside edge, Nero. On the way just for the single. Mr. Fleming back on strike. Good game yesterday, good innings. Somewhere in the 60s. Strong cricketer from Brisbane, Australia. I believe it's his first JPL. It's great having him here. Skill and knowledge rubbing off on fellow teammates. This one's driven down to long off. Another single to the total. Just going about this the right way are the South Kanto Super Kings. Edging their way towards victory and into the final playoff. The win here will see them into the final. And Alistair end up taking on Brother Kendall in the final. This has just been spooned out onto the onside deep square. We'll keep that to 1 run. Lovely arm out there. Thought it was Struggle Commuter, but it's not. He's at deep mid wicket. Not a bad over from Mani Kalia again. Didn't go for too many runs, but just the 6 runs coming from it. That's all is required for South Kanto. In fact, they only require 5 and over at this stage. So they're in the driver's seat. Ibrahim on strike. Currently on 10 off his 7 deliveries. Mr. Fleming 6 from his 5 balls. I feel that these two just here for the next 10, 12 balls will take this victory and march into the final for their yet another final for the South Kanto Super Kings. Four titles in the previous 8 editions. Looks to ramp, doesn't execute it that well, and the keeper does the work. There's Alistair Fleming on strike here. The boundary will certainly see South Kanto really challenging for them to try and restrict this. Batsman to edging over the total. The wins scored. Oh, not a bad ball. Squeezed out by Fleming, and the ball will continue to run. Won't make it to the boundary line, but he'll come back for 2. Was off the bat. Using all his experience, just delivering a nice Yorker. This time shorter, driven out to long off for another single. Usually still keeping with this field. Rather defensive field. You wonder if he thinks to be a bit more attacking. This is just taken on the full. Turned around the corner. Won't go all the way. It is a massive effort in the field from Ichiki, and he's done awfully well as the young man. Diving, outstretched, saves the ball from crossing the boundary. It's great to see the desperation in the field. Vinay bowling one. This time, reverse sweep comes out. Coming back for a second run and completing it, and this is smart cricket. Just Ibrahim showing us his array of shots. This time a nice reverse sweep, fine. So point, backward point to cover that. Vinay comes in this time, goes onto the back foot, cuts, misses out through to Noguchi's gloves, and that brings the end of the over. Just the 7 runs needed here, 12 balls, so South Kanto, they'll want to finish it in this over. Funny things can happen in the final over of cricket, so we've scored 8 runs of the previous over, just from nerdling it round. No real risks taken, just dictating to the field, picking up 2s. 3 2s scored in the previous over. Just a bit of a delay with Miyuchi. Making sure, just changing the field around a little, being a bit more attacking. The Keshi Ayukai to bowl one of the death overs, over number 19. You'll want to push it to the 20th, as well as teammates. Moto Lake just having a word with Miyuchi. They've only got 2 on the boundary. We have West Kanto, as I say, been attacking, realising just 7 runs needed. 2 boundary riders are a fine leg and deep square. Otherwise, everyone else on the offside is in the circle. Water Lake. Close in, you may see him just on the edge of your camera as he walks in. Short cover. So Fleming, dot ball to start with. Good decision from Miyuchi to be perhaps a bit more aggressive, attacking in the field. 7 runs to play with. There too many gaps with 5 fielders on the boundary, so brought them all in on the offside. Ayukai given the responsibility of trying to push this to the 20th over. This one's just off the pad, it'll be a bye. Quick flick from Noguchi for a shy at the stumps, but safely home was Ibrahim. Just 6 needed now. Skipper and bowler coming together for a chat. Another dearly level wicket here. Ayukai coming in from the score lane. Shortish and pulled for 4 runs. And that just relieves the pressure for South Kanto. Looking at the JPL replay. Getting a bit short there, and Ibrahim going onto the back foot and hoiking him over to the mid-wicket region. 4 runs and 4 runs on their way to victory for South Kanto. 2 needed now, and a wide will be one of them. 1 run needed, 9 balls remaining, so done it well, South Kanto, this chase. Haven't panicked at any stage. It helps when you're given a good start, as they were, good foundation. Ukai comes in, and it's a wide again, and it's almost a sad finish to the game, as South Kanto, they won't be sad. They will be into the final for the JPL. So the final round game finishes of round 4, and round 5, sorry, and it is the South Kanto Super Kings who inject themselves into the final. I'll quickly summarise the game before looking at the points table to confirm the 2 finalists. But it started with West Kanto making 122 for their 6. Lachlan Yamamoto's Lake 49 of 41 balls was the best. And when South Kanto Super Kings came out, the run rate was just over 6 needed. Well, it was Sabarish Ravichandran's 53 of 33 balls, and Robbie McKenna's 29, which did most of the work, did the hard yards for the team. Ibrahim and Fleming did well in getting the team over the line, but it was set up from McKenna and Ravichandran's partnership. One that got them up to 123 for 3 with 9 balls remaining, sees them with another victory in the JPL, and an important one that sees them into the final. I'm just waiting for the score to update itself on that, but I can assure you that East Kanto Sunrisers are in the final and to play South Kanto Super Kings. If I look through the points table quickly to summarise the other teams' finishing spots, East Kanto Sunrisers finished top of the table, 4 games, 3 wins, 1 tie, 7 points. South Kanto finished second on 6 points. Kansai Chargers are third with 4 points. North Kanto Lions fourth with 3 points. And the West Kanto Hurricanes, unfortunately without victory in the tournament, finish on 0. It sees the final on number 1 ground here at 2 p.m. That's just over an hour and 15 minutes away. East Kanto Sunrisers will take on the South Kanto Super Kings. On ground number 2, playoff for 3rd and 4th, Kansai Chargers will take on the North Kanto Lions. So do join us again at 2 p.m. As I say, that's just over an hour and 15 minutes away. 2 established teams, South Kanto Super Kings, they've won it 4 times, and East Kanto Sunrisers, well, they've won it twice, so wouldn't they dearly love another one? Maybe brother on brother also, the Flemings up against one another. Do join us, 2 p.m, should be a cracker. Good afternoon.